Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm gonna discuss about internet terminology, about Wi-Fi, and it's about pedestrian tracking behavior with Wi-Fi connection. So first of all, my name is Ricco Pratama, and my last student number, 3 digit, is 080. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna go for the introductions. So what is uh, pedestrian checking or pedestrian checking behavior? So checking people or pedestrian behavior is an activity where we observe their behavior to gain some useful data for some individuals such as scientists, architects, even organizers, game designers, and many else. And data is usually related for safety, experience enhancements, and planning in general. And so far, many models or methods have been developed, but not only to capture the behavior, but it can also predict based on what will happen on the given situations. So, as you can see that, it's not only for observing behavior or the way we're gonna capture the behavior, but it can also predict about what's gonna happen based on the situations they are given there. Okay. And even though there are many other technologies that exist, Wi-Fi-based systems have become more popular because of two simple reasons. First of all, because so many people carry their Wi-Fi-enabled device, or it just it's just a device that have some features or functions that can use Wi-Fi, such as smartphones, laptops, and many others. The second is the owner of the device do not need to do anything except turning on their Wi-Fi enabled device. So to track their behavior or about tracking device, all people that have to do is just by turning on their Wi-Fi, nothing else. So you're just gonna open your smartphone or any other of your device and you just turn on the Wi-Fi, and it's just simple as like that. And here are some examples of technologies for tracking instead of Wi-Fi. So you can see that there are CCTV, Bluetooth, GPS based system based on the cell phone traffic. There are lots of techniques for tracking, but because of the commonly people using their smartphones and most of them have features for Wi-Fi, the device surely can enable Wi-Fi. And in this case, we'll discuss only about the Wi-Fi connection. Well, you can say that because people nowadays are using a lot of smartphones, and most of smartphones have features for Wi-Fi, or the device can enable a Wi-Fi. So that's why we're gonna discuss about Wi-Fi connection, and that's why people more choose likely more choose about tracking people behavior through Wi-Fi too, and how it works. So the Wi-Fi enabled device or smartphone or any device that have Wi-Fi features will regularly send messages that contain a unique identifier for the device. The Wi-Fi access point or the Wi-Fi scanner will receive the message and process it. The results still need to be cleaned, such as removing or correcting detections, leading is in filter that will result into higher quality data that retains the original property set of the pedestrian behavior or the data. With the results that being got by filters, it will lead into a better and faster analysis. So, first of all, our smartphone will really send messages that will contain some identifier for the device or a signal that marks of this device. And the Wi-Fi access point or the Wi-Fi scanner will receive the message and then process it. And after processing it, the results will still need to be cleaned to make sure that we remove the data that we don't use or the unnecessary parts of the data, and it will be cleaned by filter. After cleaned by filter, it will result into higher quality data. but still generally retains the original property set of the pedestrian behavior or the original data. And with the results that have been cleaned by the filters, it will lead into a better and a faster analysis. The identifier from the device will have functions such as distinguish devices from each other and determine whether two scanners have also the same device. With an access point or the scanner and the identifier, both of these form the foundations for connecting devices and tracking their locations, especially when the scanners are located at different places. If we know the ratio between the device and people, we can draw a conclusion about their movement. So, with the access point, the scanner, and the identifier, with the both of these, we can make some or create some foundations for the counting devices and for tracking their locations. And especially if the scanners are located at different places. And if we know the ratio between the device and the people, and we can draw a conclusion about their movement. And there are types of establishing connections. There are two ways to establish connections in this case. First of all, the Wi-Fi scanner will broadcast a beacon message for the mark of its presence to make sure that this is the Wi-Fi scanner that broadcasts a beacon message. Some device will subsequently respond to it because mobile device, the example smartphones, will always individually seek for scanners. And the second, mobile device periodically broadcasts a prompt request, even when connection is already established. If there's a better scanner than the device, if there's a better scanner than the current one, the device will want to connect into it instead of the current one. So if there's a better scanner, the device will automatically want to connect into it, even when there's already established a connection, or even when it's already connected. And as you can see from the first point, as you know that smartphones, some of us always use smartphone and unconsciously using it, and sometimes we don't see that the Wi-Fi are always on. That's why it's always generally actively seeking for scanners. And what is prop request? Prop request contains a lot of information, but the most important here that we want to point out is the MAC address of the sending device. And it will potentially have a list of network identifiers or SSIDs, through which the device has previously connected. So network identifiers or the SSIDs will show us which device has previously connected. It will be the identifier of each device that connected to the scanner, because it will have a different MAC address for each device. So you can see that prop request contains a MAC address. So this MAC address will be the identifier of each device that will connect to the scanner, and each device gonna have a different MAC address for a different each device too. So each device have a different MAC address. And how Wi-Fi tracking works. So the scanner with identifier or SID will receive a prop request from a mobile device with identifier MID at that time, or we call it T. 2. And it will yield or it will result into triplets below: scanner identifier, or we call it SID, and mobile device with identifier MID, and the last one is time T. If we put these triplets chronologically with order for a specific device, we'll obtain a series of scanners that subsequently detected that device. And from the location of the scanners, we will have the information about where is the device over a certain time span. So you can see that this is already correct chronologically in order for a specific device. So you can see that from this form of or this formula for a specific device, we can know that from the location of scanners, and we will have the information where is the device. Over is pertain to about the time span. Next, and there are two types of way to filtering data. First of all, filtering data at scanner. In order to preserve bandwidth usage, to achieve the scalability of the system, we need to remove the unnecessary detection. Examples: frames that don't have a source address. The next one is filtering data after centralization at server. After data arrives, it can be filtered again to help perform again insights on people movements. So before the data reach the server, we're gonna filter it at the scanner first. So in order to preserve bandwidth usage, to preserve scalability of the system, we need to remove the unnecessary detection first at the scanner. And after filtering data at scanner, we're gonna receive the data. The data will reach the server, and the server too, we're gonna filter it again to make sure that it will help perform analysis to get insights on people movements, or just gonna help us for analyzing. And here are the examples of the filtering data at scanner. So the first one is filter 0. The filter 0 removes all beacon frames but keep a list with their MAC address. The next one is filter 1, removes frames that don't contain a source address. And the third is filter 2, using address from filter 0 to remove all frames sent by hotspot or access point that comes from non-mobile device. And the last one is filter 3. The Wi-Fi protocol allows the transmission of multi-frames every second, even by the same device. This filter only but this filter only accepts frames at least 3 seconds between them. And then it's filtering data after centralization at server. So there are 4 filtering after the data reaches. And some of them are the DPS filter, time filter, the mesh device filter, and non-mobile device filter. And for the last step is data analysis. After processing the data and filtering it, the next one is extracting information from it. The data results from processing and filtering will contain a prop request. And to understand the results or the prop request, we need or we're gonna do some multi-performing analysis by using our wavelet. And of course, after all the steps of how tracking pedestrian behavior works, of how is it working, of course, there's always common issues. Well, if you ask me about things, there's always a problem. And you can see that here. Of course, encoding data perfectly with Wi-Fi and number device, it will also come with a very challenging problems. Or, there must be some errors. Some of them are, first of all, is faulty scanner. The second is limitations of radio-based detections. The third is limitations of RSSI. And the fourth is time errors. The fifth is MAC address issues. The sixth, left of coordination. And the seventh, the last one is correct inference about the population. Well, I think that's all that I can say for today's presentation. Thank you for watching and listening. So, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.